What's up everyone, Paul here. Thank you for joining me today for the unboxing and review video of the RIVA S portable Bluetooth speaker, which currently sells for $250 US and can be picked up in a variety of 3 different colors, and they actually made it to match your iPhone colors. But without any further ado, let's dive right inside the box and see exactly what we got in here. The first thing on top is the speaker in a pouch and this paper sleeve, and we'll take a look at this in just a minute. The next thing below it is the manual, and this is something also important and we'll take a look at. Below the shelf we have our power supply. They also included a 3.5mm mini jack and a 3.5mm to RCA jack as well. And there is a variety of different types of plugs. Now the first thing that I want to point out real quick here is on the sleeve you can see that RIVA recommends that you play the speaker for 3 hours at 50% volume to break them in for maximum performance, so just keep that in mind. Now also another added value in the package is this nice little pouch that RIVA was nice enough to include, because when you think about it, most of the companies will charge you an extra $30, $40, $50 just to actually buy this separately from their speaker. And this is the RIVA S right here, the first time, and this is pretty much all your contents that were included in this box. The first thing that we're going to look at is the manual, and the first manual just gives you a little quick walkthrough how to power the speaker on in different languages. Now the other manual I think is a bit more important, because this will give you an idea of the button presses, and there are a bunch of different button presses. Trust me, this is something that you're going to have to relate back to, and this also comes in a variety of different languages. So this is going to be a good reference for the future. The power supply that came included in the box is a regular proprietary power supply that you're going to need to use. Unfortunately, it does not charge from USB, but the cool thing is that this is rated from 100 to 240 volt, 50 to 60 hertz, so you're going to be able to use this pretty much anywhere in the world. Another positive thing that RIVA did is that they gave you all these little extra prongs, so you're going to be able to plug this in anywhere in the world, and you're going to be able to replace this on a fly, because all you got to do is just pop it on top and it locks right in. And as you can see, they included 4 different types of plugs, so I think you're going to be pretty much set for all around the world, and it's ready for travel. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the speaker now, and the first impression that you have when you're looking at the speaker, that it looks a lot like its bigger brother, the RIVA Turbo X. So if you do know the RIVA Turbo X, you will see a lot of the similarities between the two speakers. On the top we have our controls, and they are these very nicely designed concave touch capacitive buttons, so you really don't even need to press on them. All you got to do is just touch them. The first button is the power button, followed by the surround mode, then the Bluetooth connectivity, the mute, the volume down, and the volume up buttons. Also above the RIVA logo there's a hole, and on top here as well, and they are there for the speakerphone functionality. Now with this particular speaker there is a silver grill that wraps around from the front, and it covers the sides and the back, and it goes all the way around to the other side and back to the front, and all this is done seamlessly, so this creates a very nice, elegant look. Now RIVA uses 3 40mm drivers that is facing to the front and to the left and right, and this is called the Trillium sound. Also there is 2 passive radiators facing to the front and 2 to the back. And this setup provides 30 watts of power out of this small box, which is truly amazing. On the back of the speaker we have all our ports, and the first one is the auxiliary input, followed by a USB data port, and unfortunately this is not here for charging. There's also a charge output, so if you have any USB chargeable devices you can do it from the speaker. Then we have our 19 volt input, and also a switch to power the speaker on. There's also a little battery indicator on the right here, and this will light up different colors depending on how much charge is left inside the internal battery, and right now it flashes up green, so it tells you that it's approximately full. This will also light up once I plug in the power supply, and it will keep flashing, telling you approximately how much charge is currently in the internal battery. On the bottom of the speaker we have silicone bumpers, and there's one in the middle as well. But the one in the middle is an I/O cover, and since the speaker is an IPX4 waterproof rating, this will give you that extra protection for your port. So if you're planning to use the speaker under wet or dirty conditions, it's probably a good idea to plug this in. It will keep the water out. Also, if you don't need to use this because you use the speaker indoors, you can very easily replace it to the bottom of the speaker, and this will just become the third bumper. The top of the speaker has a proximity sensor, which you can see if I pass my hand over it, it will light up. And currently only the power button is lighting up because the speaker is powered off. And to power it on, all you gotta do is just touch the power button, and then the speaker will make this sound. And then it will go into the Bluetooth searching mode.
Pairing mode.
And now if I take my hand and pass it over it, you can see that all the buttons will light up. And this will make it a little bit easier in the dark. When you reach toward the speaker, you will know exactly which button you're about to press. To power the speaker off, you gotta press and hold the power button for a few seconds. It will make that sound and will go off. And if I take my hand and pass it over it again, you can see that again the only light that lights up is the power button. Since the speaker doesn't have a near-field communication sensor, you're going to have to do the setup for the Bluetooth connection with your device manually, but this is done very easily. All you got to do is make sure your screen is turned on to the Bluetooth connection screen, power the speaker on, and once the speaker goes into the Bluetooth connection mode, it will even ask you on your screen if you want to pair to the device, and pretty much that's about it. RIVA also provides an app which can be downloaded from your App Store either for your Apple or Android devices, and this will allow you to connect your speaker with your wireless device. And from here you'll be able to control the speaker in many different ways. You can also change the app itself, how you want it to look. If you want it black or white, you're able to change audio prompts if you want to have the speaker to say the commands, or you want to have tones, or you want to have it quiet. There are also some preset languages for the app itself within the app that you can change. And from the main screen of the app, you can see that you're going to be able to tell exactly how much charge is left in your battery. You'll be able to control surround mode, mute the speaker, control the volume up and down, and also play some of the music that was left in your music library. Also from the app, you'll be able to power your speaker off by pressing on the power button. And what's even better, you'll be able to power it back on by pressing and holding the power button for a few seconds. And this can all be done from the app without ever touching your speaker. And now let's take a look at some of the main button presses which I think are pretty important. The mute and the volume down locks the buttons, and the Bluetooth button will change to red to indicate this change. To unlock it, hold the same two buttons again for a few seconds until the red light goes back to blue. Holding down the Bluetooth and mute buttons simultaneously will increase the input level by 4 dBs, but this will also lower your playback time and battery life by 40%. To do a factory reset, you have to hold the power, Bluetooth, and volume up button simultaneously for 10 to 15 seconds. If you're planning to use the auxiliary input, all you have to do is plug in your 3.5mm mini jack into the port on the back, and this will automatically change your input. You will also see the Bluetooth light change colors from blue to green. If your input happens to be a turntable with a low audio output, you can press and hold the volume down and up buttons to increase your input level by 9 dBs. The Bluetooth light will change from green to red to indicate the change. You can also disable this feature by pressing these two buttons again for a few seconds. When you're done with your auxiliary connection, all you have to do is just unplug the cable from the back and the speaker will go back to the Bluetooth connection mode. Another very neat feature is the true wireless functionality, which will allow you to pair up to two speakers and use them as a stereo pair. All you have to do is press and hold the surround and volume down buttons on the main speaker, and then press and hold the surround and volume up on the second speaker. This can also be done while using the auxiliary input. The RIVA is a very nice speaker that fits into a lot of different environments, so you're going to be able to use this in many settings, and I think you should definitely try it out, and I'm pretty sure that you're going to like it. Alright guys, that is it for today. If you liked the video, please, as always, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done it yet, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.